Democrats and too many historians in their orbit need to wake up about the power of storytelling and how it is being deployed today, particularly in terms of the dynamics of digital media. You cannot fight rising authoritarianism by polishing up the same nationalist myths the far right already owns, fully paid for. They're running the table on that story. If you jump on the same bandwagon with your Constitution quotes, your flag appeals, your sanitized founding principles, you're helping them win. So the First Republic was not a democracy. It was a white ethno-nationalist republic built on legal exploitation and dehumanization. You want to engage in your semantic discussions, you do you. Don't bring that weak-ass shit here. It was designed by a narrow elite for their own power. And yet, over and over, modern liberals prop up these myths, trying to save them as if they were democratic all along. Just because people vote for things doesn't make it democratic. They weren't. The far right knows that. They're simply more honest about what that founding really was and why they want to return to the republic created by them. And therefore, they're more ruthless in how they weaponize it. So if you care about what happens now, you need to stop believing the system will save us. It won't. Never has. A lot of you are just sort of happy that it has always saved people who look and walk and talk a lot like you, but were perfectly fine when it was rolling over other people. And the institutions that you're now clinging to, the Constitution, the courts, the founders, were designed to constrain popular power, not to guarantee freedom for all, which is why this president is going to win in the courts over his ability to control the National Guard, and he's going to win on almost every other point that deals with executive prerogative. Every expansion of rights this country has seen, every single one of them, came through resistance, and not just resistance, it came with a body count. It didn't come with permission. It didn't come with institutional benevolence. It came from resistance. People forced change from below, not from some sort of polite demonstration of defiance. It forced power to respond. It forced power to adapt. It forced power to concede. That's the fight we're in right now. That is what history tells us is required for change. And that's why I'm writing a resistance history of the United States. We need these stories. We need this framework. We need this understanding so we can have at least an informed discussion, whether you agree with me or not. So I'm not here for party politics. I did my time, 10 years in Democratic Party politics, on Capitol Hill and in national campaigns. So I am no longer a Democrat. I am not a Republican. I am not a nationalist. And I am not an institutionalist. As a historian, you've got to run from those kind of labels. You've got to run from being co-opted into that kind of terminology. I am here for truth versus lies, for fact versus fiction, for history versus mythology. And 99% of what I see posted from both sides in Instagram feeds and FYP are lies wrapped in myths. So if you think George Washington would be rolling over in his grave, you don't know Washington. If you think the Constitution was written to save democracy, you don't know the Constitution. If you think the founders are your heroes in this fight, ask yourself how they built a republic with 20% of the population enslaved and called it freedom. The minute you excuse that in your heroes, you make room in it for yourself. We can do better. Community is the basis of resistance, not the nation state. This is the essence of all kinds of nationalism, but particularly liberal nationalism. The nation state will not save you. The courts won't save you. The myths won't save you. People will. Resistance is what forces power to adapt. It always has been. And I think that's why we're here. Somebody has to broker the bullshit.